Welcome to Sports with a JL. That is Sports with a JL. So the name comes through clean on audio. Good to have you here. Today is Peshawar Zalmi versus Karachi Kings. And here are the headline numbers before we go deep. Zalmi made 246 for 3 in 20 overs. Karachi were bowled out for 87 in 16.1. Peshawar won by 159 runs. That margin already tells you the second half was one-way traffic. In this video, we walk the full arc. The early wicket that did not sink the innings, the partnership that took the game away, the death overs that made the target feel impossible, and the chase that never found a platform. Stick around. We will use the scorecards on screen and keep the story global so everyone can follow with just a touch of local flavor where it lands hardest. Before we flash the full batting and bowling tables, here is the emotional shape of the match. Peshawar lost an opener cheaply, 0 for 1, and plenty of teams panicked there. They did not. They found a long, calm build through Babar Azam. Then a high speed lift from Kusal Mendis. Then a brutal final squeeze from Abdul Samad. Karachi, chasing a mountain, needed a steady first 10 overs and a clear plan for who anchors and who attacks. Instead, the top order vanished almost immediately. 0 for 1, 4 for 2, 8 for 3. And from that point, the game stopped being a chase and became damage control. यह हुआ मिसमैच द जहान एक टीम ने टेम्पो ओन किया और दूसरी रिएक्ट करती रही. Now let us open the first innings card and read the numbers line by line. Here is the first innings in full detail. Peshawar Zalmi finished 246 for 3 in 20 overs, extras 4. So, the batting unit did the heavy lifting. Mohammad Haris went for a second ball duck, which is exactly the kind of start Karachi dreams of. After that, Babar Azam anchored with 87, not out from 51, 10 fours and 2 sixes. Strike rate 170. Kusal Mendis was the accelerator. 109 from 52, 14 fours and 4 sixes. Strike rate over 200. Michael Bracewell chipped 6 from 3, then Abdul Samad exploded. 40 from 12, 3 fours and 4 sixes. Strike rate 333. On the Karachi side, the bowling card tells the pain story. Kushdil took 1 wicket but went at 9.25. Mir Hamza went wicketless for 57 in 4 overs at 14.25. Abbas Afridi picked 2 but considered 55 at 13.75. Adam Zampa had no wicket for 51 at 12.75. Moeen Ali's single over went for 15. That is not one bad over. That is a pattern of pressure release for the batting side. This is the spine of the innings. After 0 for 1, Babar Azam and Kusal Mendis put the game on a different track. Babar's job was control, rotate strike, kill risk after a bad ball, keep the scoreboard moving without gifting wickets. Mendis' job was to transfer pressure, target matchups, attack width and length mistakes, and keep boundary probability high. Together they turned a nervous start into a scoreboard that looked like a launch pad. Karachi had no breakthrough through that middle block, and that is where plans start to crack. Fields spread, bowlers overtry, and margins open up. By the time Mendes departed, the damage was already structural. पूरा मैच यहाँ शिफ्ट हो गया, बाकी सिर्फ डिटेल थी. Abdul Samad's entry is where good totals become match ending totals. At 197 for 3, the game was already leaning Zalmi's way, but Samad removed any doubt. 40 runs from 12 balls, 3 fours and 4 sixes, strike rate 333. That is not a scratchy cameo, it is a statement close. Those late overs pushed the total beyond reach, not just mathematically, but mentally, for the dressing room chasing under lights. Karachi needed a flawless power play after that. What they got instead was the opposite. Samad did not win the match alone, but he landed the knockout punch that made the chase feel impossible before ball one. Chasing 247, Karachi Kings were bowled out for 87 in 16.1 overs. Extras 9. The card reads like a checklist of early disaster. Mohammad Wasim gone for 0, David Warner for 0 off 1, Salman Ali Aga for 5, Saad Baig made 14, Azam Khan top scored with 25, but there was no partnership long enough to rebuild rate pressure. Moeen Ali 9, Khushdil 10, Abbas Afridi 9. Then the tail folded quickly. On the Zalmi bowling side, the wickets were shared, but the control was obvious. Iftikhar Ahmed 3 for 9 in 2.1, Nahid Rana 3 for 7 in 4 overs at 1.75 economy, Sufyan Mukim 3 for 18 in 4, Shoriful Islam 1 for 23, Amir Jamal wicketless but used in the middle. That is a full unit performance. Not one hero carrying the whole defense. In a chase this large, the first 6 overs decide whether you are playing cricket or playing fear. Karachi lost that fight immediately. 0 for 1 became 4 for 2, became 8 for 3. And David Warner's early wicket was a genuine shock to the system for fans and for the dressing room. After that point, it was never really a chase in the tactical sense. It was damage control with occasional boundaries. Azam Khan tried to hold her end, but without a stable partner, the required rate climbed in the background like a timer you cannot pause. When middle order hitters are forced to swing against set fields on a bad day, edges and mishits multiply. That is how you end 87 all out against a bowling group that already believes it owns the night. Give credit where it is due. This was not one spell and done. Iftikhar Ahmed attacked the top with 3 for 9 and set the tone. Nahid Rana bowled 4 overs for 7 runs and 3 wickets. That is the kind of line and length discipline that strangles a chase already under pressure. Sufyan Mukim matched the wicket column with 3 for 18 and kept the middle order honest. Shoriful Islam picked the big Warner wicket and stayed useful at 7.67 economy. Amir Jamal went wicketless but still played a role in overs management through the middle. जाप टीन बॉलर्स एक साथ ऐसे नंबर्स लेन समझ लो फील्डिंग एनर्जी भी अप रहती है catches stick, reviews feel sharp, and the game speeds up in your favor. Final verdict in one breath. Peshawar Zalmi did not just win, they control both innings. They survived an early stumble, built a monster partnership, finished with Samad Thunder, then defended with a bowling committee performance. Karachi had names on paper, but cricket matches are won by tempo and partnerships, and both went missing under pressure. 0 for 1 to 1, 91 for 1 in the first innings, then 87 all out in the chase. That is not a close game, that is a statement scoreline. If you enjoyed this breakdown on sports with AJL, hit like, drop a comment with your turning point, and subscribe so you do not miss the next match review. Good to have you here. We will talk again soon.